Hey everyone, what's up? This is Stephen Casey Railpin here, and welcome to another model rating video. So today, I have some products I'd like to share with you guys. These are some products that I bought so far throughout the summer season, because summer season has been quite busy with model rating, because I've been getting some newer stuff lately, and all that, and some new locomotives, because recently the AC-44 C6Ns came out in early June, and now I also heard that the Jibos are also coming. I think they're coming the following week or so, or sometime. But it said somewhere in July, which is my next heritage unit for CSX, which I'm not going to reveal until it gets here. So far I want to show you guys some new stuff that I got throughout the summer season so far. Because, hope you guys also had a great 4th of July weekend. And because my 4th of July was pretty good, and all that, and then so let's get on with it. I'll show you some new stuff. So as you can see, I do have a Scale Trains box, which is a Scale Trains locomotive. So you're wondering what it is. It's this locomotive right here. It is another C6M. This time it's the basically the blue scheme, the blue and gold main, or basically rail fans like calling it the Sonic bonnet, because the blue resembles a popular video game and cartoon character, which is of course Sonic the Hedgehog. So that's why railfans call it that. So I got this locomotive, and I ordered this off of Hiawatha Hobbies, because and then as you know, even though they were expensive, they cost like what, $225 now because of the price increase with the tariffs and such. So it was pretty good. I got this, and then it's another C6M. So I was hoping next time I was going to get another C6M, maybe one just the normal NS scheme with like maybe the Sin Wave, or maybe one without the Sin Wave, because I know, because out of the 2 row numbers they're doing, the ones without the Sin Wave, just the normal scheme, they had the 4011 and 4015, and I have seen both of those 2 units in person before, and both being on the BNSF Emporia sub in Olathe, so it's cool. Even though I have not seen the 4000 yet, but I have seen the sister unit, 4001. But it's a pretty cool unit, so you can see lots of detail on it. You can see MU hoses, straddle hoses, and all that. I have did a review on this before, that's like back in June. And you can see, and I really love the painted windshield wipers, headlights, they're all LEDs, and all that. And, of course, horn, P5 horn, because this was its as delivered stage, like, because when it was first delivered, it had a somewhat of a fouled P5, or some rail fans call it like a P5A of some sorts. I'm not sure if it's just P5 or just a P5A, but if you guys are a horn expert, let me know in the comments on what horn did 4000 used to have, because I know 4000 now has a K5 LA now, because it was stored now tuna for possibly waiting repairs until once it was released it has a new horn. And you can see there are lots of good details on the trucks and all that. Everything's really nice. And I'll turn the locomotive around. It's also got the rear ditch lights, because that's what Norfolk Southern locomotives have. It's very nicely detailed, and you can see, absolutely amazing. So there's that. So there it is. So I gotta say, really nice locomotive, and obviously here's the information at the box. It's really nice. So anyways, moving on to my next one. This one is another one. So this is another locomotive I got. This is a locomotive I got back on January 5th, the day after 4th of July, because I was with a friend. We met up at my local train store, which is Show Me Model Railroad Company, and also known as Show Me Lines, which is in a train store in Grandview, Missouri, which is not very far away from where I live. So I got this because it was their locomotive sale. And unfortunately, when I was there, I was a little disappointed that they didn't have any other DCC-ready C6Ms, because they've been sold out of those. So I'll have to try to think about getting another one, like either online or so. So I believe this is from the previous run of the Tier 4s, the ones that released alongside the hypotypicals. Such as like hypotypicals like the Ferromex, Tier 4s, Union Pacific, letters, BNSF H1 Tier 4s, and the CSX Y2 Tier 4. So I believe this is all released alongside those ones. So I got this one. So this, as you can see, it's got the newer packaging. So my number is 3666. So this is my third one. This one, because I thought about getting another Tier 4 Jibo for NS. I've always been wanting one, so I finally got one because, you know, the previous runs, the headlights and ditch lights were a little bit dimmed, but since ScaleTrain's improved the locomotives by putting LEDs on the newer ones, I thought I'd get one. So you can see it's pretty nicely detailed and all that, everything. Very nice locomotive. So this was the locomotive I actually got because they didn't have any C6M, so I'll have to possibly get another C6M before they sell out the entire first run. So hopefully I can get one before they sell out. So I'll think about getting that one sometime maybe in the mid or late July, depending how lucky I am, and get another C6M. So that way I can have 3 of them. And well, actually I do have 2 Roundhouse ones, like at the Roundhouse, but they're basically inaccurate, and they just use AC 4400 CW, you know, shells on those. So it's not a big deal. So if I do get another C6M in the future from ScaleTrains, I'll make another update video of that and show you guys. So there's that. So these are my 2 locomotives I have. So I got 2 Norfolk Southerns, the 4000 Sonic Bonnet, and of course another Tier 4. So you'll see these in future operating sessions, like possibly coming in like somewhere near like in late summer or possibly in the fall season. So yeah. So anyways, moving on is a hop freight car. This is a CSX hopper. This is the Pullman Standard PS2 CD 4785 covered hopper. So I know I got CSX because this was at my local train store, because they had it. This is actually like a old stock model. So as you can see, the box, as you can see, is like they used the old logo. So this is old stock. So I was able to pick this one up. There was a few of those, so I got one of these. Because you know, I'm still thinking about doing a CSX grainer. Sometimes because I've seen a bunch of those CSX interchange grains, and I thought about it'd be really cool to get this one, because I'll think about getting more CSX hoppers. I'm also in the process of doing NS ones as well. So hopefully if I can find more of these hoppers, like maybe some Trinities and or any other older ACF hoppers and such, I can get one of these. So this one's got the NYC reporting marks, and it looks like some kind of patch job here on one side and no patch job on the other side. So pretty unique. That's actually a pretty cool feature. And it's a rivet counter, everything. Because I know that ScaleTrains has not done these kinds of rolling stocks in a very long time, so I really hope ScaleTrains does do these hoppers again in the future, because I love to see them see these again, and maybe some more returning schemes, some new paint schemes, and all that. Like maybe hopefully they can do some more CSX. I can pre-order more of these for the grain train. So yeah. So anyways, and the last freight car I'd like to show you guys is an Athearn ready to roll tank car. This is in a clay Surrey tank car, but this one basically just doesn't haul that, because this one hauls molten sulfur. So the real name for that one is called Mako Oil, some sort. So this is another modern tank car I have. So basically, being an Athearn ready to roll, as you can see, the details has some. Oh, it looks like they're metal now. So I'm glad that they decided to go with the metal, because I remember they came with the plastic ones. So when they were plastic, you gotta be extremely cautious about it. So it looks like the Athearn probably stepped up the game by putting the metal, you know, railings and such, the metal details, making sure they don't break, making sure it's much easier and doesn't break easily, because the plastic ones gave me a hard time and they break easily. So look at the detail on that. It's really cool. It's got the shelf coupler, which is correct on tank cars, but it's a McHenry plastic. There's that. So I'll show you the detail on that. Zoom in. So it's like a molten sulfur tank car, because I know I've seen a couple of molten sulfur tank cars in person before, but just never seen a molten sulfur unit train. Because I know that the molten sulfur tank cars usually don't need buffer cars at times, compared to like crude oil or ethanol or LPG tankers, unit trains, those do. But this is actually a really nice car I can add to some of the mixed rates I run on the layout. So it's a pretty cool car. So this one's another car I bought from the train store. So this one, along with the CSX Hopper and the NS Tier 4, are all bought from my local train store the day after 4th of July. So, anyways, let me zoom out again. And also picked up something else. I also picked up a couple of KD couplers, so I can use that too if I ever want to replace couplers on any of my rolling stock or locomotives, because you know KDs are usually more reliable and all that. So got that, and that's pretty much about it. So this is basically my haul for the summer season so far. So I got this back in like somewhere in the middle or late June, after I got my 4002, and these three all recently back on July 5th, which is the day after 4th of July. So anyways, that's going to be it, and that's basically the update video for the model railroad as of the summer. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoy your summer so far, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, have a good day, everybody.